Hey everybody, it's Monday. It's time for recovery yoga. Today, all of the poses are kneeling, seated, or laying on the stomach, prone. So let's get started. We're going to start with the kneeling poses. Cinnamon's going to be my assistant today. Let's get started. Make sure you stretch your watch. Start on kneeling. If this is too much for you, you can open your knees a little bit wide if you like. And just sit straight up, tall, straight back. Just opening the chest. Hands on the top of the thighs. Stretching those ankles. If this is too much, you can put your toes up if you like and sit up a little bit. It's a good flex to the toes, to the ankles. Stretch a little bit. Whew, just a few breaths here. Chest out nice and broad. Let's throw in a few neck circles. Whew. Coming up to the toes, we're going to take our arms up to the sky, sit bones back on the heels if you can, stretching the toes the opposite direction, reaching for the sky. A few breaths here. Now we're going to take our right leg out. You can use the wall for props. Right leg out. And stretch to the side. Feeling that nice stretch. You can have your toes up or down. Flex your foot or let it lie flat. Silly girl. Yes, Cinnamon is the star today. One more breath here. And bring it back in. Let's fold those toes under again, reaching high into the sky. Eyes up, gaze up. Feeling that nice stretch in the stomach and the abs. And the other side. Leg out. Let's see if I've got enough room here. Here we go. And over to the side. Kneeling side stretch. I'm going to feel that in the inner thighs as well as the side body here. Just a few breaths. And returning to center. Hands and knees, cat-cow. We're going to do 5 of these, a couple seconds on each section. Cat. 2. Coordinating that breath. 3. Feel a stretch in the lower abs. 5. Cat-cow. Our next pose is going to be camel, so take your time with this. I'm going to use the wall as a prop. So we're going to come up onto our knees and reach backwards, and this might be all the farther you can get. If you have a wall for a prop, you can lean your head up against the wall and reach down toward those heels. Eventually we want to be holding the heels and the head down. A little bit farther. Arching the back, stretching that chest, opening up, reaching, reach those hands toward the heels. Breathe. And carefully coming back up, making sure not to get ourselves dizzy. And we'll go right into child's pose. Heels together, toes together, knees apart, forehead to the mat or the floor, wherever you're at. Try to get those sit bones as close to the heels as you can. You can even take your hands and press yourself backwards to get closer to those heels, if that works for you. Remember, yoga is all about what feels good to you. And feeling where there's a tense spot or a tightness that you need to address. Breathe into that area. Address it, recognize it. Nice. Coming back up to all fours. We're going to take our left arm to the sky in a nice open twist. A few breaths here. Toes flat or toes flexed, whichever you like, whichever gives you more support. And coming to center, let's do that other side. Right arm to the ceiling. Nice gentle twist on all fours. And now we're going to do the opposite twist. So we're going to take that right arm and we're going to come down through and lay that right ear to the ground. Stretching that shoulder. Whew. And coming back up, let's do our keyhole on the other side. Left ear to the ground, left arm through, threading the needle, keyhole. Feeling that stretch in the shoulder, the upper body, the torso. Gentle twist. You can try in this pose also to get your sit bones closer to your heels. Pressing with that opposite hand if you need a deeper stretch. Coming back to center. I'm going to take our bird dog pose that we do a lot in active work, and we're just going to hold it. I'm going to move over here. Need more room. We're going to hold this for 2 breaths, each side. A few times. And other side. And right side again, other side. And other side. 2 more times. Other side. And once more. And coming back to center. Find your nice seated position. We're going to put our legs straight out. This might be a little difficult if you have tight hamstrings like I do, you might not be able to get your legs all the way down. It's okay. You can have a bend to the knees. That's fine. Just making sure that we're straight in the back area. Pull forward just a little bit for a nice stretch. You can systematically try to lower those knees, straighten those legs. Use a strap to pull on those toes to bring that stretch a little bit deeper, if you like that. Hello, sweet kitten. Whew. All right, now let's take the legs, just a nice easy seated position. We're going to do our side bends seated. Make sure you're keeping both sit bones anchored to the floor. Don't let this side come up. And that's how deep your stretch is going to be. Eventually you can get down all the way and get the head to the floor if you like that. If that feels good, stretching that side body, but making sure you're keeping those sit bones anchored to the mat or the floor. And use your left hand as support. And let's do the other side. Remember to keep the sit bones anchored. If your booty comes up, that means you're trying to stretch a little too far. Work where your body's at. You'll get there. You'll get to where you want to be. Whew. Very nice. Now we're going to stack those knees. Nice gentle shoelace. Yes, Cinnamon is deciding to sit directly in front of me today. There you go. Thank you, baby. Shoelace those legs. You're going to feel a stretch in the hip flexor and the glute of the leg that is on top. Pull yourself forward just a teeny bit to deepen that stretch, making sure that both sit bones are anchored to the floor or the mat. Breathe into it. Feels good to let loose. That glute has been working overtime for me. The hamstring, loosening up that hamstring, got to keep at it every day. I can tell when I don't do my yoga. All right, let's release that and stack that other knee on top. This side is usually a little less flexible for me. I'm going to keep working on it. Whew. Pull forward just a little bit to deepen that stretch. A few more breaths here. And let's pull those legs straight back out again. We're going to do a slight forward bend this time. So if you need to bend those knees, let's come on down and grab those toes and bend forward. Nice forward fold. You can have your knees bent as much as you like, or if you're able to straighten your legs completely and fold down. Just notice where there's any tension in your body. Breathe into it. Recognize the discomfort. Let's go ahead and lay down. Remember our fish. We've done this several times. Arch your back up on your elbows and the top of the head comes to the floor. This is a good chest opener. Nice release for the lower back. You can even activate the hands, the arms, push through the elbows, get a deeper stretch. Breathe into the belly. And gently release. Watch, bringing the neck back to neutral. And this is another nice gentle twist. Legs straight out or bent if you like. And we're going to bend to one side, leaning down onto the elbows. If you can reach your head to the ground, that's even better. But it just depends on where you're at with your stretches, with your flexibility. And how much your cat is interfering with your practice today. Participating in your practice. And let's go through neutral to the other side with that. Down onto the elbow, gentle twist, seated. Ooh, feel that? We've got one more twist coming up, coming back up. Let's bend that left leg under, right leg over top, and we're going to grab that right leg with our left hand and twist to the right. Oh. It's all part of cat participation. Feel the stretch in the hip flexor and the lower back, also the shoulders, and you can also engage the neck into this too. You can gaze straight over your left hand, your left arm that's behind you. Nice gentle stretch. Whew. And let's reverse that. Right leg underneath, left leg on top. Grab that left knee area with your right hand and twist to the left. Gazing back behind you if you like, or you can keep your gaze straight ahead. Breathing deep into the stomach. Noticing any tension points. Deepen the twist just a little bit. And release to center. Whew, nice, easy pose. Turn your hands, your palms up. Just close your eyes for a second. We're going to take 5 deep breaths. Whew. Just a slight, nice forward fold here in your easy pose. Folding down as far as you can. You can use a block or a pillow here. Or if your forehead can reach the floor, do that. If that feels good to you, just make sure that your sit bones stay anchored to the floor or the mat, wherever you're at. Release the weight of the head. Just let it hang. Whew. We're rinsing out all of our internal organs right now. Rinse them out. Bring them. Compressing. A few more breaths here. Released a sneeze for me. All right, coming back up, we're going to take a seated happy baby. So you're gonna grab your big toes. Try to keep your balance on your sit bones and just work those feet in and out. This is a good pose, feels good. It's really good on the back, but it's also really good seated. Woo. You can do all kinds of variations with this. Do half happy baby, rock back and forth, whatever you like. It's a nice stretch. Do that a few more times. Woo. Very nice. Let's add in a little butterfly stretch here. Those soles of those feet together. Take this moment to take care of those soles of your feet, your toes. Stretch them. Manipulate those toes in a different direction than they normally go. Get that blood flowing. Ooh. And now we are down on our bellies for the rest of the practice today. We're going to come down to a nice relaxed position on the belly and elbows down. Do not start to begin the stretching of the back. It's a little bit of back bend work coming in here at this last section. A few breaths here, and then we're going to take it deeper. We're going to come up to Sphinx or Cobra, whatever you like. Hold for a second, and then we're going to take it down into Child's Pose. We're going to do this sequence several times, so get ready for it. Get Cobra into Child's Pose. And back out into Cobra. It'll take a time or two to get the flow of this one. Back into Child's Pose. Stretch your arms long in Child's Pose. Back into Cobra. And back to Child's. 2 more times here. Lubricating the whole spine with this. Cobra to Child's Pose. One more time. Cobra to Child's Pose. Woo. And back on our bellies. Oh. Now we're going to take our arms back, sort of like locust pose. You can leave your head down or lift your head and chest. We're going to do a single leg lift. Hold for 2 breaths. And the other side. Again on the right. And left. One more time. You might find you get a little higher each time. And 3. Woo. Right cheek to the ground. Relax for a second. Coming back to center, we're going to lift both legs. Locust. 3 breaths. And release. Left ear. Again. Both legs up, chest up. Breathe into the belly. And right ear down. One more time. Both legs, arms back, chest up. And left ear down. And we're back into a cobra. And let's take a little twist with our cobra. Which, in this position, you're just going to look over to the right. That's going to cause a gentle twist in the torso. Don't do it if it hurts. Yoga's not supposed to hurt. Just stretch that belly. Breathe into the belly. Toes relaxed, legs out straight. You can tighten the glutes in this pose quite easily. Nice glute exercise. Let's come through center and twist to the other side. Just looking to the left. Breathing into that right side belly. And coming back to center. Lower down, left ear to the ground. Nice and easy. This next pose, we're going to grab, we'll just lift one knee. I'll start with my right one and just roll that right leg out. Feel a stretch in the hip flexor in the front of the hip. This one. We're just going to hold this for 5 breaths. Breathe into that. And release back through center into the other side. Just bend that knee and roll over that back leg. Almost done. Let's come up into a plank position. We're just going to do a couple planks. Down into chaturanga. Cobra. Plank it. Chaturanga. Cobra. 2 more times. Plank. Chaturanga. To cobra. 1 more time. Plank. Lower down, chaturanga to cobra. We're going to take our shavasana on our bellies today. So just cross your arms, give yourself some space for your forehead, your breathing, and just relax. Let all the tension come out of your body. Relax your legs in the back. Let your feet go floppy. Let your heels go floppy. Release all the tension in the lower back. Breathe. We'll take 10 breaths here. You can also use a blanket or a block for your forehead if you like. Release the chest into the mat. And just breathe into the belly. your eyes, blink them wide awake. And release your hands, coming back up slowly into a seated position. Nice, easy seated position. Whew. Make sure you don't come up too quickly and cause yourself to get lightheaded. Can happen a lot in yoga if you take the poses too quickly. Give your body a chance to adjust to the change from lying to sitting to standing. And just enjoy the sensations. Enjoy being in control of your breath. 10 more breaths here. Bring awareness back to the rest of your body. Do some slight wiggling, jiggling. Get ready for the next portion of your day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. I will post some core on Wednesday and Friday this week, so be watching for that. And I will see you guys later. Bye.